Something is shifting. Not in the way most people expect. No dramatic eclipses, no supermoons lighting up the night sky. Just an ordinary lunar phase, right? That's what they think. But beneath the surface, something powerful is moving, threading its way through your subconscious, pulling at the edges of your awareness. Maybe you've already felt it. A strange sense of anticipation with no clear reason. Conversations carrying an unusual weight. A flicker of déjà vu that lingers longer than it should. You're not imagining things. The energy around you is different, subtle, yet undeniable. Most people won't notice. They'll go about their days, caught in the cycle of routine, too distracted to sense the undercurrents shifting beneath their feet. But you're here. And that means, on some level, you already feel it. This isn't just another passing moment in time. It's a threshold. And whether you realize it or not, you're already standing at the edge of something much bigger. The question is, will you step through? At first glance, this week seems ordinary. No eclipses, no supermoons, just another phase in the sky. That's the trap, assuming nothing is happening just because it isn't obvious. But something is happening, and it's already begun. The moon isn't just reflecting sunlight. It's pulling at you, not just physically, like the tides, but deeper, into the layers of your subconscious, into the emotions you thought were settled, into the energy you didn't realize was shifting. Maybe you've noticed it. Restlessness creeping in without a clear reason. Conversations feeling heavier, charged with something unspoken. Repeating numbers showing up at the exact moments you question yourself. This is not a coincidence. The moon is triggering a chain reaction. A movement beneath the surface that's stirring more than just water. The next few days will test you. They will reveal something. And while most people will brush it off as nothing, you're already paying attention. That's why you're here. Energy doesn't just arrive all at once. It builds. It lingers. Every major lunar event casts its influence 3 days before and 3 days after. That means what you're feeling right now, it's not random. It's part of something much bigger. Think back. 3 days ago, did something shift? Maybe an old thought pattern resurfaced. Maybe emotions you thought were buried started stirring again. Maybe your gut has been telling you something, even if your mind can't quite put it into words. And it won't stop here. The next few days are a continuation of the cycle. The moon isn't just a passive light in the night sky. It's a trigger, a force pressing on hidden parts of you, drawing out what's been waiting beneath the surface. Some will dismiss it as a passing mood. Others will recognize it for what it is, an unfolding, a transformation already in motion. The question is, are you paying attention? Some nights are just nights. Others are openings. March 6th is not just another date on the calendar. It's a convergence, a moment where cosmic forces stack on top of each other, pressurizing the energy around you like a storm about to break. 3 forces are at play. The first quarter moon, a phase of tension and action, forcing unresolved energies to rise. Jupiter's expansive influence, magnifying everything, your emotions, your intuition, your challenges. The lingering energy of the Pleiades, an ancient beacon of knowledge, a signal for those attuned enough to receive it. Something shifts on this night. The air feels charged. Restlessness creeps in. Thoughts race. Intuition sharpens. Dreams intensify. This is not a soft awakening. It's raw. It's disruptive. For some, it will be a flood of inspiration. For others, a wave of emotional overwhelm. Either way, the message is the same. Something is being revealed. Most will sleep through it, but those who are awake, truly awake, will feel it. Will you? Your body is tired, but your mind won't settle. You lie awake, eyes heavy, but something stirs beneath the surface. And when you finally drift off, the dreams come vivid, intense, more real than the waking world. Then, just like that, you're awake again. 3 a.m., maybe 4 o'clock, the same time as last night, the same time as the night before. Pattern is forming, and it's not by accident. The moon is pulling at more than just the tides. It's pulling at you. This is how deep energy shifts make themselves known. Not through obvious signs, but through the subtle, relentless ways they disrupt your rhythm. Some nights, you'll crash into a dream so deep you wake up in the exact position you fell asleep in. Other nights, you'll toss and turn, unable to escape the restlessness pressing against your skin. The world is quiet, but something else is speaking. A message in the stillness, a signal in the disruption. The question is, will you listen? Something is pushing, urging, pressing against the edges of your patience, your emotions, your very sense of control. March 9th isn't a gentle shift. It's a collision. The moon meets Mars, and the air thickens with urgency. This isn't passive energy. It's demanding. Mars doesn't whisper, commands. Restlessness builds. You feel it in your body. A pulse of energy that refuses to be ignored. Some will experience it as motivation, a sudden need to move, to act, to break free. Others will feel it as frustration, tension, the kind of pressure that snaps if not released. This is the fire that starts revolutions. It can be reckless, dangerous, words spoken in anger, decisions made too quickly, emotions running hotter than expected. But it can also be the fuel for something greater, something long overdue. Will you let this energy control you? Or will you take the reins and direct it? Because one thing is certain, this energy will move. The choice is whether you rise with it or burn in its wake. A number repeats, once, then twice, then so often it can't be ignored. A song plays at the exact moment a thought crosses your mind. A phrase you've never paid attention to suddenly shows up in conversation after conversation. These are not coincidences. The universe speaks in patterns, in synchronicities that most people dismiss as chance. But chance doesn't strike with this kind of precision. Something wants your attention. A message is forming, a thread connecting moments that seem unrelated, until you step back and see the bigger picture. The Pleiades, an ancient beacon of knowledge, lingers in the sky. For centuries, civilizations have looked to this star cluster as a source of wisdom beyond human understanding. And now, its energy is merging with the moon, amplifying the signals already reaching you. Most will overlook them. Too busy, too distracted, too caught in the noise of daily life to notice when something beyond them is breaking through. But you're seeing it. You know something is different. And if the universe is speaking directly to you, there's a reason. The only question is, will you ignore it or will you listen? The signs have been there. The restless nights, the heavy conversations, the repeated patterns that refuse to be ignored. This week wasn't random. It was a shift, a threshold you've already stepped across. Some will move forward unchanged, dismissing what they felt as passing moods, as meaningless coincidences. But others, those who have been paying attention, will understand. This was a wake-up call, a push towards something deeper, something long overdue. The moon does not force, it reveals. The energy is here, pressing against your awareness, waiting for you to decide. Do you continue as before, or do you acknowledge what's been unfolding right in front of you? The choice has always been yours, but now you know it's there.